Well, we are joined in studio this morning by Ben Riggs, the Shreveport Mayor's Communications Director. Also, Keith Hanson, who is the Chief Technology Officer, CTO.
Geek guy.
Yeah, the geek guy. We want to talk. We want to delve more into the garbage tax fee, whatever you want to call it. Hot dog, Vienna sausage. I don't care.
Hot dog Vienna sausage.
It's devolved from a hot dog to a Vienna sausage now.
Hey, people like Vienna sausages more than they want to admit.
Yeah, they do. They really do. It's a secret product.
The underrated potted meat.
Better than spam. If I call it spam, y'all are in trouble.
Yeah, we just got back from Hawaii, me and my wife, a couple weeks ago, or 2 months ago.
Right.
2 months ago, and they eat spam over there like it's
yes.
like a delicacy.
Yes, it's disgusting. That's a whole nother subject. Where are we on reaching a compromise? The mayor wanted $18. Council members say it's got to be closer to 10. Some of the ones we've talked to. Where are you guys in discussions? I know there's a big finance meeting today to talk about it.
Oh, I mean, the administration's still talking to the city council and working, and everybody's working towards the best possible solution for Shreveport.
Robert asked me the other day, and I'm curious what you feel.
She's speaking for me all morning long, and thank God for that.
Do you think a lot of the citizens are still in the dark about this?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think there's been a pretty concerted effort to get the word out about it and make sure everybody's aware.
In my mind, the bulb has come on in the last, say, 5 to 7 days. I told the story last week that I went to 2 football on the Saints and Rams day, the day of the conference championships. I went to 2 football parties, and literally at neither of those parties was anybody aware of the mayor's $18 proposal. That being the case, I think over the last 10 days, its awareness has risen in geometric proportions. I got a letter from my HOA yesterday that said, and the good news is, now let's start there. The biggest bit of misinformation that is flying around about this, because even in my HOA letter, it was a lot of stuff that was wrong. What are you guys combating?
Well, I mean, I think there's in any given in every instance where I've had to go out and communicate the mayor's agenda or a proposal, there's a good deal of misinformation. I mean, I was talking to Aaron the other day about water, and there's tons of misinformation that swirls around with that. But in this particular case, I think that to stick with Aaron's metaphor of Vienna sausages.
Oh, please don't.
I mean,
you can do so much better.
You get the honest Robert whenever he goes to bed at 11:40. So
this is our last show together.
Yeah.
I think that it really is a fee. It's not a tax. It covers a service, and the funds from the fee will go to cover that service.
Behind the scenes, I don't know how much work you're doing, or you, Keith, or the mayor for that matter. What amendments do you anticipate will be tacked on at the worst work session in a couple of weeks? Any idea?
Well, the mayor and the city council are working together, and I'm not going to come out and negotiate on their behalf on the airwaves, but they're working together, and they're going to arrive at a compromise.
Now, Keith, the mayor was out, playing with the new toy we have, checking the meter reader thingies. Does that bring with it, it's one of those things you said we're gonna become high tech, we're gonna save money doing it. Does those new water meter, they take photos and send it to some cloud or whatever? Does that save us money? Is that even a drop in the bucket to what we need to save?
No, yeah, absolutely. So first off, I mean, both, so we have smartphone meter reader, right? And that collects the data. And then on the other side, there is the UMBS tool that is...
Whoa, UMBS tool.
I don't even know.
Utility Management Billing System.
Okay,
there you go.
Thank you.
That software is replacing the back-end billing that actually sends the bills and calculates it correctly.
No, I got one.
No, I got to follow up on those meter reader things.
Go ahead.
Because I'm concerned about... the workers, they'll use them for a little while, and it'll be great, and then they'll get tossed into a warehouse somewhere, and we'll never use them again.
Okay, so let me speak to that. Because
Okay.
that would be one of the things like what Robert was mentioning a minute ago about misinformation.
Yeah.
So, first of all, these aren't going to get tossed into a warehouse, A, because they're very effective, easy to use, save taxpayers dollars.
Okay.
Two, the city bought 2,376 water meters back in, I think it was like 2010 or something like that. Spent $7 million on them, right?
Okay.
114 of them were inventoried. They weren't all just stuck in a warehouse and not used. Like 99% of them were
But
installed.
that's on social media that they're all in a warehouse somewhere.
It's got to be true.
Yeah, yeah. Aliens built the pyramids on social media.
That was
too.
going to be, said Abraham Lincoln. That was going to be my question. You see all the time. You just talked about these new meter reading and billing systems, and I'm thinking, wait a second. You guys have been in charge for about a month or so. And you figured out how to do it in a month, and Mayor Tyler or whomever didn't figure it out in 4 years or 8 years. Is that the case, or has it been?
These have been in progress.
That was going to be my question. So this isn't, not to take anything away from you guys, but this is not something that you just, oh, we found this on a shelf, it's pretty cool.
No. Yeah, the smartphone meter reading program was incredibly affordable. It's cloud-based software. It's easy to get, out and deployed. It's a smartphone app. And then the billing system, there's a company now that is starting to get kicked off in our administration. But the company behind that, it's super affordable. Again, 1/10 the cost of the original system. And let me tell you, I mean, the CEO of the company that's helping us is on campus every other week with us.
One more thing, real quick. What? Because the water, you guys, I don't know if you want to sit here and admit it. You probably won't, because you're city officials, whatever. I'm just kidding. I know from personal experience, my meter's not read every month. From looking at it and seeing the dirt collect on it.
Okay.
Will this change that?
So, another point of potential misinformation. First, the meter reader system that we're talking about, the smartphone reader, will require that the reader manually read and take a picture, which will mean he will have to, or she will have to, swipe the mud off of the dial or tap the meter. In fact, when the mayor went and demoed it the other day, there was condensation. He couldn't see the dial. Jeff Anderson, who's one of these guys in water and sewage that just knows everything, used common sense.
Yes.
Tapped on the dial, got the beads of condensation to move. We were able to take a picture of the.
I mean,
but,
it's
It's
that
like in
simple.
Coming to America. Wipers.
but your water meter is essentially a hole in the ground. So if the meter reader comes by at 10 a.m. and reads your meter, and a heavy rain comes at noon, when you get home to see if your meter was read, it's now covered in mud.
Oh, come on. I don't like Vienna sausages.
Well, I mean, it's a hole in the ground. Water follows the path of least resistance.
Okay.
It goes to the hole in the ground.
That's why Aaron's feet are wet.